There's nothing worse than launching a Squarespace website only for it to be invisible on search engines, which is exactly why I'm bringing together this free Squarespace SEO tutorial for complete beginners to show you how to do SEO effectively so that you can rank higher up on search engines and ultimately attract your target customers. Now, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Henry Purchase and I'm the founder of SEOSpace. We made the SEO plugin for Squarespace, and we're currently helping over 10,000 Squarespace users rank higher up on Google. So by watching this tutorial, you're going to learn directly from what I've learned working with those 10,000 plus Squarespace sites. Now, in terms of what we're going to be going through in this tutorial, first of all, I'm going to do a brief intro to what SEO is and actually what goes into it. Then I'm going to walk you through the first crucial step of SEO, which is keyword research. I'm then going to show you 4 really easy, low hanging fruit, easy tasks that you can follow while watching this video in order to get your Squarespace website to rank higher up on Google. I'm then going to show you a method to identify any technical errors that might be holding you back before then showing you the crucial step that you need to follow to ensure that your Squarespace website shows higher up on Google. And this is something that I see many Squarespace users not follow, and in fact, so much so that 85% of Squarespace websites don't get found on Google at all. Now, this isn't down to Squarespace being bad for SEO. It's actually a great platform for SEO. I've built all of my businesses using Squarespace. It's simply down to some easy steps that you need to make sure that you follow. So make sure you stick around to that. And then finally, I'm going to walk you through a live example. So you'll learn all the theory and then you'll learn from an actual real life web page where I'll do SEO on it. Now, getting straight into it, SEO stands for search engine optimization. It's the process of improving your website to follow SEO best practices so that you rank higher up on search engines. Now, SEO is super powerful because when you do SEO right, you'll rank higher up on search engines for search terms that your target customers search for. And search terms or keywords are just things that your target customers search into Google. Now, following on from what I've just talked about, I'm now going to walk you through the first and arguably most important step when it comes to SEO, and that is keyword research. And the first step of SEO is finding out what keywords your target customers search for so that you can then take those keywords and improve your website's visibility for them. Now, keyword research, all it is, it's conducting research in order to figure out what your target customers search for. There's 3 different ways that you can do this. The first of all is just to sit down with pen and paper and brainstorm what your target customers might search for if they're looking for your product or service. For example, as I've already explained, I made SEOSpace, the SEO plugin for Squarespace. So if someone's searching for SEOSpace, they might type in Squarespace SEO plugin. And as you can see here, we rank position 1. So this is the keyword for our homepage. And all I did, I just brainstormed, well, if someone's looking for an SEO extension for Squarespace, what might they search in? Another example is this is a jewelry client that I'm working on. They sell a variety of different jewelry, including necklaces. If someone wanted high-end necklaces, well, they might type in luxury necklaces. That is a keyword. And how we found that was initially just doing a bit of a brainstorm, jotting down ideas, and then using keyword research tools to make sure that people actually search for them. Another example, this is my brother's Squarespace website that I made for him. He provides gardening services. He provides them in different towns in the UK, such as Telford, which is a town or a city in the UK. And his keyword is gardener Telford, because if you were looking for a gardener in your local area, you'd probably search gardener and then your local area, such as Telford. So in order to find keywords, you need to make sure you're putting yourself in the shoes of your target customers to find what search terms they might be typing into Google. Now, of course, you don't just have to brainstorm by yourself, because the second way you can find keywords is just asking your target customers. Ask your current and target customers, send them an email, get on the call and just ask them, hey, what would you search on Google in order to find my product or service? One simple question can give you lots of different starting points and lots of different potential keywords that you can then take and improve your website's visibility for. Now, the third way that you can use keywords is actually by using keyword research tools. SEOSpace on our dashboard, we actually have keyword research functionality. And what you can either do, you can take one of the ideas that you found earlier by during the brainstorm. For example, I could type in Squarespace SEO plugin here, Or you could start really broad. You could type in the niche that you're in. So, for example, you could type in gardening, you could type in necklaces, you could type in my case, Squarespace SEO. And these keyword research tools are going to give you tons of different ideas that you could go for. So, for example, I've typed in Squarespace SEO. My target customers are typically in the US, and then I just press search. And when I scroll down and press view all related keywords, SEOSpace is going to give me a ton of different keyword ideas that I can then potentially take in order to improve my visibility on Google. So as you can see here, I've got 191 different keywords that are related to Squarespace SEO that I could use on my website. You can see Squarespace SEO service, Squarespace SEO help, SEO tools, Squarespace. And then if we scroll all the way down, you can also see Squarespace SEO plugin. Now, just drawing your attention to the different data that you need to be aware of. First of all, that is volume. And volume or search volume is just the number of people that search for this keyword on Google per month. So whenever you've got your different ideas, whenever you ask your target customers, you always then want to go to a keyword research tool to make sure that the idea that you have, the search term that you think you want to rank for, you always need to make sure that there's actually search volume, i.e., people are actually searching for it. Because this is something that I see owner operators and business owners do wrong quite often. You and I, we use our own lingo and forget that target customers often don't know or use that lingo. So it's always super important to come over here to make sure that people are actually searching for it. And then also check out KD, which is essentially keyword difficulty, which is an estimate of how hard it is to rank on page one of Google. Because you're watching this video, I'm assuming you're a beginner. So you definitely want to start with easy to rank for keywords so that you can build some momentum and ultimately start your SEO journey. So now you understand a little bit more about keywords. I'm now going to walk you through 4 really easy to follow steps in order to improve your website's visibility for a keyword that you found. And don't worry, I am actually going to show you how to do this on Squarespace. But the first thing that I'm going to draw your attention to is this thing here. This is called your SEO title. So every page on your Squarespace website is going to have this SEO title, and it's really important in order to optimize this for SEO best practices because it's not only the link that's going to attract target customers to click on you, but it's also one of the key things that you use in order to communicate to Google what you want to rank for. So, for example, you see here, I rank position 1 for Squarespace SEO plugin, and you can see that Squarespace SEO plugin is in my SEO title. So once you've found a keyword, what I want you to do is head over to the page that you want to rank for. So let's just go back to my brother's website, for example. He wants to rank high for Gardener Telford. So you want to find the page that you want to rank for a particular keyword because believe it or not, you should only optimize one page for one distinct keyword on your website. You can't have multiple pages ranking for the same keyword because those pages will compete against each other on search engines. So you want to find the page that you want to rank. You're going to head over to settings. Then you're going to go to SEO. And from here is where you can edit the SEO title for that particular page. Now, as you can see here, I've already added the keyword Gardener Telford. And you want to make sure that this SEO title is between 50 and 60 characters long to make sure that it's not too long or too short to actually fit in the space that Google has available here. So that's the first area. Again, it's really easy to do this within Squarespace. The second area is actually this bit here. This is called your SEO description. So we have your SEO title and then we have your SEO description. And again, this is super important because it not only communicates to Google what you want to rank for, but also potential customers are going to see this and it's also going to influence whether or not they click on your website. So in this case, I'm just going to go over to SEOSpace. I'm going to find our homepage. I'm going to go to settings. Now, because this is the homepage of our Squarespace website, it is a little bit different. You have to go to edit website SEO settings. However, if it's just a normal page on your Squarespace site, all you need to do again is go to SEO and then SEO description. But just for the purpose to show you some different examples, I'm going to go to edit website SEO settings. And then here you'll be able to see your SEO site description. And this is the SEO description for your homepage. And you want this to be between 150 and 160 characters. Again, just to make sure that it follows SEO best practices, and it's the right length in order to fit in this space that Google gives you here. For the first two areas, I want you to optimize your SEO title and your SEO description on each page, making sure that you include the primary keyword. Your SEO title is 50 to 60 characters long, and your SEO description is 150 to 160 characters long. So now we've gone through areas 1 and 2. I'm now going to take you through areas 3 and 4 when it comes to the 4 easiest things that you can do with Squarespace SEO. And again, I am assuming here that you know the keyword that you want a particular page to rank for. And the next area is I want you to optimize your H1. And your H1 is just the main heading that appears on a web page. In general, I recommend that you only have one main H1. And it's really easy in order to do this on Squarespace. If I just go to this main heading here and I highlight it, here you can see that you can select this whether you want it to be a H1, i.e. the main heading, a H2, H3, etc. And if we just scroll down, you can see here that this is actually a H2. So it's really easy to edit this. And in general, I always recommend that your H1 is the main heading on your web page right at the top, and you only have one H1 on your website. And again, because it's the main heading on your website, it's also one of the main ways that you communicate to Google what you want to rank for. So in this case, you want to make sure you include that main keyword. In my case, it's Squarespace SEO plugin. With this website, it's luxury necklaces. And with this website, it is Gardner Telford. So include the main keyword that you want to rank for. And I also recommend you try and keep your H1 between 40 and 60 characters. You want it to be descriptive enough so that you can include your main keyword, and also so that when users come to your website, they can understand what a particular web page is about. So that's the third area. And then the fourth area, again, this is assuming that you know the keyword that you want to rank for. I want you to make sure that you include the main keyword that you want a page to rank for in the first 100 words. So for example, for this website, we want it to rank for luxury necklaces. You can see in the first 100 words, we've put luxury necklace or necklaces. So you want to make sure you include it in the first 100 words, again, just to make it really clear for Google to understand that this is the keyword that you want to rank for. So now you understand those 4 crucial areas, I'm now going to show you a really easy way to identify other things that you need to do when it comes to Squarespace SEO. Now, I'm not going to go through all of those in detail. I actually have a full 1 hour plus long course that walks you through every area of Squarespace SEO that you need to know. This is more of a beginner's introductory guide. But if you want to cover those areas, that's where SEOSpace comes in. As I mentioned, we made the SEO plugin for Squarespace that provides step-by-step instructions of how to rank higher up on Google. So let's say, for example, we wanted this page to rank higher for luxury necklaces. All you'd have to do is click scan with keyword, add the keyword that you want a particular page to rank for, and SEOSpace is going to scan that page and give you step-by-step instructions of how to rank it higher up. So I've already given you 4 things that you can do, but there's many other things that you can do when it comes to SEO, and that's where our plugin comes in. So as you can see, the scan is finished. It's given us a score of 40. This is an in-progress website, so there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And as you can see here, it's told us a ton of different things that we need to do. I've already shown you how to optimize the heading, SEO title, and SEO description, but it's also highlighted images, and there's some things that we need to do. So for example, this is telling us that there's oversized images on this Squarespace webpage. So we need to compress these images below 250 kilobytes. So if I click on this image, it's going to take us to it. And if you're unsure about how to fix a particular area of Squarespace SEO, just like I've done in this video, if you hover over this little eye icon, it's going to explain it in a little bit more detail and take you through a tutorial just like this, where I walk you through how to fix the area of SEO. So SEOSpace is something that complete beginners can use to get started. As I said, I'm not going to go through it in complete detail now because there's many little different rabbit holes that we can get into, but hopefully this has given you a great place to start. So now you understand a little bit more about SEO, and now I want to draw your attention to one of the biggest things that Squarespace users miss that could be a critical thing that means they're not showing up on Google. And this is making sure that your Squarespace website is connected to a platform called Google Search Console. Google Search Console is Google's native platform, which is where you tell Google that you're ready to be displayed on search engines. So if you haven't set it up, it could be the reason that you're not getting found. It's completely free to use and it's really easy to set up on Squarespace. All I want you to do is head over to settings in the bottom left. Squarespace does often change the dashboard. So if you ever want to quickly get to what I'm going to show you, just press slash and you'll be able to search it here. But I'm just going to go to settings. Then I'm going to go to third party tools, then over to connected accounts. And from here, I can press connect accounts and select Google Search Console in order to connect this Squarespace website to Google Search Console. But do not stop there because there's a critical step that I want you to follow. Once you've connected Google Search Console, I just want you to type in Google Search Console here. Of course, you will need a Google account in order to set this up. But all you need to do is click Google Search Console. Then once you've got onto the dashboard, make sure that you've selected the website that you've just connected. As you can see, I've got quite a few websites, so make sure that you've got the one selected. And then from there, I want you to go to Sitemaps. And this is where you can submit your sitemap, which is essentially a map of all the pages on your Squarespace website to Google. So it knows the pages that you want to show up on search engines and so that you can draw your attention to them and hopefully get them ranking. And all I want you to do is type in sitemap.xml into this little box here, press submit, and as easy as that, after you've optimized and gone through and optimize your pages for keywords, you can then submit your sitemap to say, hey Google, here are the pages on my website. Please show them up on Google search engines. And if you really want to, you can then also type in specific web pages on your website into this search box at the top. And then you can press this button here, request indexing, which manually requests Google to go through the web page and show it up on search engines. So Google Search Console is a great tool, and it's even easier to connect your Squarespace website to it. So there you are, guys. I've walked you through the basics there. And what I'm just going to show you now is a really quick example to show you how I go about finding keywords and improving a web page for SEO. And the example that I'm going to show you is this SEO services page that we have on the Squarespace website. It's a work in process. We used AI in order to create this team photo. So yeah, it's not fully ready, but this is essentially one of our SEO services. And we want it to be found on Google by people looking for, Squarespace SEO services, to hire a Squarespace SEO expert. Again, so I'm putting myself in the shoes of my target customer and just thinking, well, if they're looking for this service, what might they put into Google? And all I need to do is head over to SEOSpace's Keyword Explorer, type in Squarespace SEO US, as most Squarespace users are in the US. And then from there, if I go down to view all related keywords, I can get a lot of different ideas. But you can actually see in this 3 at the top, it's actually given us a really good idea. Squarespace SEO service, 70 people search for it per month. It's got a relatively low keyword difficulty. I think it's a great keyword to go for. So all I would do is copy Squarespace SEO service. I would head over to SEOSpace, and then I would scan this page for that keyword that I've just found. So I go to scan with keyword. I could view recommended keywords if I wanted to get ideas and if I hadn't have gone through the Keyword Explorer. But from there, all I need to do is scan this page for a particular keyword. And again, it's going to give me those step-by-step instructions to rank higher up on Google, as well as different recommendations that I haven't walked you through in this video. As you can see here, it's given me a score of 40. So again, there's a lot to work on. It's given me a ton of different images that I need to compress, images that I need to add alt text to, and even the fact that I need to add my main keyword in at least one image alt tag. So I'm just going to show you how to do that in this case. So we're going to take the keyword that I want to rank for. I'm going to go to one of the images on this web page. And if you ever want to add alt text to an image, you just double click on the image, as you can see here, and you add the alt text in there. So I've added alt text here. So when I rescan, this will be checked. You can see here, it's then also telling me that my URL doesn't contain my primary keyword. So from here, if I want to change the URL of the web page, I need to either exit and go to settings or click the header here. And then here, I need to change the URL, the unique identifier for this web page, to include my main keyword. So here I would put Squarespace SEO service. Now, this is going to change it to be a completely new page because we're changing the unique identifier. So here we need to press save. As you can see here, everything's going to refresh now because I've just changed the page. And then I actually need to rescan. And again, this is going to give us a new score and hopefully show us that our SEO has improved. Now, before you go, I am actually going to show you something that you need to do if you ever change the URL of a web page. But as you can see here, the URL is now all green. So we've made some good progress to improve our SEO. But because we've actually changed the URL of the web page, what we're going to need to do is set up a 301 redirect to tell Google that this web page that used to exist has now been changed to a different URL. Because believe it or not, if you change the URL of a web page, you need to make sure that Google knows that it's been moved. And that's where 301 redirects come in. Now, you can go through the settings. However, as I said, Squarespace often tends to change things. So if I just type in here URL and then go to URL mappings, this is where we can then set up the 301 redirect for this particular web page. And as you can see here, the format is the original URL, a little arrow, and then the new URL, as well as the redirect type. So what we're going to need to do here, we're going to need to go to the new URL is Squarespace SEO Service. The old URL was SEOSpace Fundamentals Service. And then we're going to need to press save. And as easy as that, we've told Google that that page is now moved. And we've made a really good step to making this page better optimized for SEO. So there you are, guys. That is a mini beginner's tutorial for Squarespace SEO. Now, as I've already mentioned, if you do want to learn more, if you do want to go in depth, I will add the first link in the description to my full free 1 hour plus Squarespace SEO course that will walk you through everything that I've just shown you, plus more in a much deeper level. But of course, if you have found this video helpful, please subscribe to SEO Space's YouTube channel to get more Squarespace SEO tips. And of course, if you want to try out SEO Space's SEO plugin, I'll also add a link to that in description. So thanks a lot for watching, guys, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.